I often think that if I had not been a massive fan of Sandra Bullock, I still may not have seen Gravity to this day, and there's no real reason for that. It's just not the kind of film to which I would usually gravitate. However, I love Sandra Bullock, so I watched it a few years ago now for the first time, and obviously fell in love with this film. So the purpose of this review is mainly to just share ideas and opinions with other people who have seen it, but if you haven't seen the film, this will be spoiler free. Yes, it will be spoiler free, but if you just want to know whether or not you should see the film, I personally very much recommend the film. It has a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, which is, that's incredible. It's won 7 Oscars, apparently 233 other awards, and it has a brilliant cast. It's directed by Alfonso Cuarón and written by Alfonso Cuarón and Jonás Cuaron. And the cast, obviously we have Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. The cast, other than that, there are a few other names, but in terms of physical people, that's all we have, and it's such a small cast given the nature of the film being in space that it would have been, I imagine, very difficult. I certainly read somewhere that Sandra Bullock became very kind of stressed and felt very isolated when she was filming because she's, spending a lot of time on her own, even though you're surrounded by an entire crew. But I can't imagine what that would have felt like doing such an intense filming for so long with no other actor around you, really, apart from George Clooney, but not all of their scenes were together. So the film, if you don't actually know what it's about, from IMDb, the description is as follows. 2 astronauts work together to survive after an accident leaves them stranded in space. So they're already in space. Unlike a lot of other astronaut-based films, they often start off on Earth and get ready to go up and then go up and whatever problems arise. But with this one, they're already in space and something, let's say here, an accident happens. That means they're in big trouble. And they have to try and fix things and obviously get back down to Earth. And it's very stressful, very, very stressful, because when you're watching it, it's not really apparent that they will fix it. It's one of those films where it really could go either way, and obviously I'm not going to tell you which way it goes. For me, the driving force with this is Sandra Bullock. She plays this wonderful, headstrong astronaut, but who is not afraid to show her emotions at times, but sometimes she also has to push her emotions to one side because this is a life or death situation for them. And the acting is superb, really phenomenal. Deserves every award won for this. The casting as well is brilliant. The development of the narrative is phenomenal. Given how little set there is, how few actors there are, this could have potentially become very stagnant very quickly because there's not that much to keep you engaged. But there's not a dull moment. As soon as something feels calm, it's gone again and everything's chaotic, and it will keep you on your toes, on the edge of your seat. There's not a dull moment in this film, and there were a few moments where I can't really explain the moments because they're maybe towards the end or at least in the second half, where I just thought, this is it. The film has to end here. They can't get out of this. That's not right at the end. That's not me saying they get out of it at the end. I can't say either way. Some people have actually said the film's quite open-ended. I'm not sure if I agree, but then of course I would say that the way I perceived it is the correct way to read it. I'm not sure. If you have seen the ending, if you've seen the film, please feel free to message me privately and let me know what you think of it personally. But the entire film is just flawless. It is a visual treat. I really wish that I had seen this in the cinema, because that would have been incredible. That would have been a huge roller coaster, and visually it would have been so absorbing. It is just... it's everything and more that I would want from a sci-fi thriller. It is perfect. If you haven't seen Gravity, you may be one of the few people who hasn't, and I was in that group, but now I feel really good for having seen it several times now, and I actually don't think I saw it the second time all the way through. I think I caught it on TV like halfway through. It's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Sandra Bullock deserves every award she can get for this because she's amazing. And I think the film will continue to be hailed as one of the greatest.